All right, hello, welcome. This is Myong Celestial. I'll be still painting the pictures behind me right there. So it's not about perfections, but it's to enjoy the moment and capturing the moment. And this is one of my passionate hobby. So yeah, so I can do this anytime. But since I am doing this live stream, maybe I can show you how I paint and one of those paintings like that. So this canvas is right here. It's a 32 by 24. It's not that small, but it's a medium size. So I'll be painting on this empty canvas, right? So if you have any questions, please say hi. Hi, John. Thank you for showing up. You're wonderful. So yeah, while I'm doing this, I have to tell you something. I did upload my makeup tutorial video today. Then one of those from the clip, there were music audio playing in the background, right? Then had a copyright by someone else's, so I had to, keep it private. I didn't delete it off, but I kept it private so that no one can see but me. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be watching out for more of those accidents, right? So I learned something new from that. So I want to make sure that I enjoy fully while I'm sharing all my videos, clips with you guys, right? And that is my main focus. Anyway, so tonight, so it will be on painting. So you can watch it and stop by anytime, and even after this live stream ends. But today, you get to see me doing it live. So, meantime, you can just stay log in and see how this goes, right? Yeah, so it will be about flowers. Flowers only they blooms for seasons, and maybe that is why they are, they've been loved by so many people because you can only capture for certain times, and it's like a live stream too, right? Anyway, so let's capture a beautiful scenery, for the flowers and a vase and the background. So I already have prepared some of this paint, but I will be mixing it with you guys. So if you have any questions about the brush or the paint, and also I will show you, I'll be, pushing towards me this canvas easel and an easel, right? Yeah. So you won't be able to see much. But anyway, I will show you before I do that. And had a yellow, white, deep blue, sky blue, and burnt urban colors, and red, orange, light brown, and then pink and purple. That's the main colors that I'm going to use for that paintings. All right. So yeah, you don't really need a lot, but you certainly need few colors. And also you are going to need medium thinner. I mean, no. This is the medium. You can thin up your paints with this, okay? So you are going to need this for oil paints. And then this is the main medium thinner. This is what I use for my brush, washing brushes off, okay? And that is very good. I love it. And then of course you are going to need few brushes, the different sizes. I collect so many of them, and a few I use them regularly. So then you do have your own favorite brush size, so that you do need to prepare a few brushes just like me. And then I am going to use this big one, because this is a big canvas. It's going to take ever to fill up the whole background, right? So I'm going to use that. And this, I have two different big brushes right here with me. So I'm going to do that. So I will put it right here for me to access them easy. So I put the, what do you call this? This is thinner. You call that thinner too, you know. So anyway, I have the medium thinner right here for the brush, wash brushes, okay? So, and then basically, I kind of like this. I mean, I do love using paper towels, but I bring this thick hardened toilet paper I use for my brush because it absorbed the thinners, yeah, the liquid very well, and then you can wipe off your paints from that brush that you want to wash them off, okay? So I use toilet paper, cotton toilet paper. It's very thick, so it's absorbed liquid very well, and then it works very well for me. Anyway, and some people I heard they use cloths as well, but I prefer toilet paper for my paintings, okay? And basically, we're ready. Are you ready to go? Hey, what is the size of the canvas? Oh, this is 32 by 24. Yeah? Yeah, it's not that big of a canvas, but you know what? It's semi. I like these portions. And for that paintings to be here, I think it's yes, I can do it. I'm challenging myself. Yeah, I'm challenging myself to do it. So here I go. All right, let's have fun. Now I'll be looking on my phone once in a while. Let's see what you write down on your comment. All right, so don't ever think I am ignoring you. Okay, so let's see. I am going to log into my live stream and see if I can see how you are. So I better put that thing down. There you go. Now, so I can read your comments. So don't ever think that I'm ignoring you, but I'll be painting. All right. Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna move this easel towards me so I can do that better. All right. And move it this way so that perhaps I can show you. I don't know. Let me see. I'm adjusting. So don't freak out. I'm adjusting so that I can paint this time. I think you can see it. So I have to feel comfortable in order to paint, because a lot of times when you don't feel comfortable, the paint comes out really not so good. But anyway, and this is, I'm gonna move it a little bit closer so I can show, you can see. Can you see it? Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, there you go. There you go. You can see it. That's the one I'm painting. All right. This is my painting room. I paint here. All right. So I won't be playing any music while so then it's all by myself and with you, of course. Then I will look at this phone once in a while. Okay. All right. Stay on, everyone. Let's see. Now, let's go. Okay, let's see. So before I use this big brush, what I do want to make sure that where I'm going to put the base and the flowers. So I'm going to outline. Can you hear my voice? John, can you hear my voice all right? John? Okay, all right, good. Yeah, no, I'm just asking you because I can't type, right? All right, let's see. So the base outline will be, There will be, so portions will be, I'm dividing into third, right? 1, tree, because the base stands right here and right there, right? So precisely, you might want to measure with your measurement, but you know what? I am okay just going by my instinct, so I'm gonna go for it. Anyway, divide by eating like this. Yeah, 1/3. That way you know where you're gonna put your base, right? Right. Okay. Can you see the line? You can't see the line. That's okay, because I don't want to be too dark, and I can't. I have to paint it over. But anyway, so then base top. Huh? I will do like in half. One. This is the top and the bottom, so I will be, okay, divide it in half from the top to bottom. That's where the base line is gonna go, right here, around about this much. Then I will, yeah, I wanna come this far. I'm highlighting the base, everyone. If you don't know what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. So make sure this base is big enough, because it has to be big enough to balance this big canvas. Right? Right. Okay, just like that. I think about that done. But anyway, I'm going to darken a little bit so you guys can see it, what I'm doing. Right there, right? Yeah. Then, yeah, just like that. Can you see it? Just like that. No biggie. If you make a mistake, you can paint it over. That's the beauty of painting. You're the boss, right? Yeah, you decide how to shape the design and how it's supposed to look. That is more like creating your own world. So imagine this, like if you are a creator, how would you create your own flowers in a vase? And that's how you can look at it. It's like, yeah, it's all right if I can't make it perfect, but you know what? At least it looks beautiful. What's important is that you think your opinions matters, right? You are a published recording artist as well. Yes, dear. I do have my official website. The address is www. What do you call that? Myong, so MYONG, gallery, GALLERY.com. Okay, and you can check them. These paintings for sale too, so you can check them out from my official web page. Okay, and you can certainly buy one of them if you like one of my paintings. You can also purchase from my online webpage. Okay. Someday, when I get better with my OBS Studio app, I can, link the web page address for you guys to click. But now I'm just starting to learn how that all works. I used to do all of that, but now I have to learn all over again. So that's why. So now you can see the basic outline for the vase, right? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's where I'm going to put my base, my flower base, right? That's it. Just like that. Then you gotta think about how much of a flower bloom is going to be. That from that paintings there, I just did it like within 30 minutes. It's like, like with this. Yeah, palette knife. That's what I used. After I, paint the background first, then I paint flower vase, then flowers. all petals along the way. I use this. Yeah, you are familiar with this, right? Yeah, you can do this. Yeah, just like a little child, you just go with it, your emotions and like your feelings. Like, oh, I want purple flowers, and you know what? You put the purple colors on it all over. Oh no, I want pink. Then you do the pink with the pink paint, like do that. So, and then yellow, I want yellow flowers, and then you can do with the yellow paint. So it's all up to you how you feel at the moment. And that is what art is all about. They capture their moment, capture their feelings at the moment, how it, you know, how they're feeling. Okay, so, but anyway, and that is what I am going to do as well. All right, so then I don't really need to draw the leaves and then flowers, not yet. So that I know definitely this is where I'm going to place my vase, right? Right. And that's it. So let's see. Now I am going to put a little line for the, what I'm going to do, put this base table. So table, can you see? I don't think you can see it. This is a table where, let's see. I don't know if you can see it. This is where the table is going to be. Yeah. As I paint, now I might adjust the position of the table a little bit closer to the vase. But for now, this is my aiming positions. Like I aim to this far, right? Yeah. Okay, that's it. You can see it. You can see the line a little bit right there, right? Yep, that's it. And then I am ready to paint the background. So let's go. So then this is the reflections of the sky. I'm gonna make it look like it's these flowers are placed outside. So it means a little bit of sky look. Okay, so then let me grab this brush. Okay, so I don't want you to see my face. I want you to just look at my painting. I guess I can't do it. All right, well, never mind. You can look at me. All right, so let's go. All right. I am going to mix 3 different colors. All right, sky blue, midnight blue, and a little bit of green. It starts from the top, right? Then I am going to do the darker shades around this bottom. Okay, yeah, and then darker on for the table. So that's what I am aiming. So I'm going to mix them together with the blue, sky blue, and deep blue, right? Deep blue and a little bit of green. Can you see from my, yeah, and that's what I am doing. So how do I thin it up? This or brush thinner or liquid thinner. I put a little bit, but you know what? This liquid thinner, it doesn't dry fast, but also it does help to mix the paints. So I blended between these two as well. If you wonder what I am using, this is what I am using, right? Then I'm using this thinner as well. Yeah, you can buy from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, doesn't matter. As long as you get to see those where they are, you can get them anywhere. Online as well. So I am painting right now, guys. All right, so, and you have to have your confidence. You have to go with your feeling. It's like, yes, I am the creator. I am going to just paint my beautiful flowers. And first, I'm going to give a little textures of the sky look, right? So if you want to give a lighter sky blue color, you don't have to add too deep blue, right? So then, and I use this thinner, right? It helps. Oops, so sorry. It helps to spread the paints, right? Yeah, and that's what I do. You don't want to paint around these portions too much. I will leave it. I will show you later. Okay, so then this is how I paint. Don't be afraid. Just go with your feeling and see what you can come up with, and that is all about fun. It's you don't know why you're doing it, but and you will see. Okay, once you know how to do it, only it can happen through your practice, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, so this is the mixture of sky blue and deep blue, and I'm going to add this green colors, light green. All right, so then see that? Can you see the difference? Yeah, and that's what I am going to do, is mix them all together. All right. All right, that's it. You'll see. This is the basic coating. I might not paint exactly like the other painting because each painting has its own feeling. And I want to give that uniqueness to each, right? Yeah. Then I'm going to add a little bit of white. And I'm not rushing this painting, dear, because I want you to see and then how exactly it's working. Sometimes it's good to just do fast painting, but I want you to see exactly how someone can paint with this slow paste, yeah. Now, by me adding this white, titanium white color on the top, it gives a little bit of softness to it, right? Yeah. Do you have a questions? You could daily, you could play us your music. And you are a published. Oh, you did say that before. Which one is the first one? What is? Okay, that's all right. Yeah, you want me to play my songs? Are you bored? Oh, well, even with my song, I think it's better not to play because my YouTube doesn't recognize me as my copyright owner. So it gives me like copyrighted, but then I have to dispute it. It takes like 3, 4, 5 days to even tell them it's my song, right? Of course, they will give me as an owner, so it's okay. But it's such an hassle that I have to go through each time I play my own song. I have to tell them, no, it's my song. Then it's okay after a while, but still. But anyway, I love my new songs. Thank you for asking. Do you really want to hear my song? I can do that. All right. So this is more like a daylight instead of the dark shades, right? By me adding this white color. So I have all the time there, so I don't need to rush. So I'm showing you. All right. Let's speed it up tiny bit. As I go down towards the bottom, I'm going to darken a little bit more, right? Right. you cannot see what kind of painting this will become. At that moment, it's like, oh, shit, she got you. I'm sorry, I'm saying the S word. Oh, she doesn't look like she's painting. She's just playing. No, I am painting right now. You know, so what? And this is how you start from an empty canvas. Yeah. You're gonna know, you know, you have to play with it. It's like, yeah. So you can see the darker it gets. So I'm doing the basic coating. I want you to know this is a basic coating. All right. Okay. I'm just giving a little bit of shade down the bottom and see how that feels. It's all about emotions, honey. It's all about the emotions. All right? Yeah. Life is like that. You have no idea when you wake up in the morning, right? You have no idea what kind of day you're going to have. But you go through it. You got to do what you got to do. And that's how it works with the art. So similar. You just have an empty canvas, just like you have 24 hours a day, and you have no idea how it's going to go and how it's going to turn out, right? But you are going through it because you know you got to. And that's what I just did for myself. I'm setting myself up to move forward, right? It's just like filling up my day just with the colors. Same thing. Okay, so let's see. Darker. I'm gonna mix a little bit of purple, a little bit of a purple and blue. Yeah, yeah. It gets darker, and you will see in a few minutes how this will turn out. Yeah. Stay logged in and see how you can enjoy as well, dear. Your confidence, you know, you gain your confidence as time goes by from your experience. Like, oh, through the perfection, through your mistakes, you definitely will know how good of your paintings you can become. So you don't really know until you try it out. And I've been telling you over and over. So starting new hobbies also is good because you might discover your hidden talents. And that's what it is. And the important thing is about life, dear, is that you know how to use your spare time. When someone has too much spare time, you know, somehow you ended up doing some too much silly stuff, wasting your money, doing something that you shouldn't do. A lot of times, somehow from my own experience, I'm telling you that, is that, you know, when I use my spare time by doing what I love doing, with, you know, hobby stuff, going out or eating out or painting, singing, writing, things like that, and it gives me a fulfillment, satisfactions. So, oh wow, I did spend my spare time wisely, and that's very important to me, if you might ask. Yeah, that is why I'm keep on doing my, I keep my hobbies alive every day. Yeah, I see a lot of other people who keep their, I mean, they go to work, but they still, when they come home, you know, they still have time to do little things. So people, you know, somehow they get stressed out from work, and some things might didn't go well with their plans, so they do silly things sometimes. But it's all right, you bounce back. So what I'm trying to say is that keeping your hobby, healthy hobby, is good. Yeah, it's very fulfillment. And also you get to see your own development and your growth. You get to see who you really are, that what you're passionate about in a healthy ways. And that's what I'm trying to say, right? But anyway, so that's one of my own philosophy, how to keep myself safe and young. I put a little bit of green. I'm going to add a little bit of dark color underneath. Right now, it doesn't look like anything, but I'm telling you, and that's how it usually starts. So don't freak out. It's like, oh, does she know how to paint? Yeah, yes, I do. I know how to paint. But you know what? This is how it works. It doesn't have to be perfect from the start. And that's how you build your skills step by step. You understand? It comes, yeah, that's how it works. But anyway, so thank you. Thank you. Are you still on? Or did you ask any question? You are okay. No, artist as well, recording artist as well. Oh, no, okay. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I enjoy talking, but I kind of shy as well. As you can tell, I didn't start this live streaming till recently, and this is my third live stream, right? Yeah, so I should get better and better with my each live stream, right? Yeah, and that's what I am hoping for. Nothing's easy if you want to be good at, and I knew that long time ago. So same thing with the painting, dear. If you want to be good at, you have to basically, practice. Anyway, and that's my philosophy. All right. So if I have any other question, what color do you like? I'm gonna ask you one question. All right. What color does make you feel happy? Do you have your favorite colors? John, do you have your favorite colors? I don't see anyone else's. I see, but if you are here, let me know you're here so I can ask you questions and we can talk, right? Yeah. And this is the directions that I am going for. It's no biggie. We have all night, but I am not going to do it this live stream all night. So, because I gotta sleep too. But it doesn't have to. I don't have to finish this whole painting today. That's what I meant. But I am going to show you how it is done, basically. So the finished product, finished painting, may not be tonight, but I am going to fill up the whole canvas before I end this live stream. So you'll get to see the overall look, okay? So I don't want you to thinking, oh no, she's not going to finish it. Yes, I am going to finish it, but I'm going to tell you also, this is not going to be the last. But anyway, so I am going to deep blue over the top again. I'm giving a little more deeper textures. So layer by layer. That's how we paint with the oil paints. It's layer by layer. It gives us different textures. And then I might just give a little, I'm going into shading this shadow area so that when I put flowers, petals, you kind of know, okay? And that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put a little bit of yellow. I'm going to mix with the yellow and green and white. I'm going to mix them with white. I'm going to paint right there. I'm going to give a little bit of bright textures right here. Yep, that's it. I don't know if you can see it, but I am going to show you later. This kind of a lighter color shade down the bottom of the table, with the table and then sky mixed together. So yeah, that's where I'm going to give a little more different shade. But anyway, I want to make sure this flowers becomes alive. And then it's an amazing feeling, I have to tell you. Is your favorite color is blue? Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's good to know. Yeah, that's good to know. I'm glad you like blue. How does it? Yeah. I hope you like this flower painting then. This is basically all blue around the background. Yeah. Okay, John. Thank you. That's good to know. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add. I do not want to add any black yet, but I do need to make a defined line around that the table. So I am going to put a little bit of black and then dark deep blue, right, to make it clear this is where it is. So I do not cross the boundary. So I'm going to give it a little more definite line right here so that I know where I should paint, right? Can you see it? Yeah. So it will be like here. Okay. Then I'll be painting. I'm going to give a little more speed. Speed to what I'm going to do. Yeah. Sometimes I can speed it up fast, but like tonight, I don't want to, speed it up because I want you guys to follow me and relax and talk if you want to talk, right? Yeah. So it's good to get to know people, especially when they do a live stream. You get to see the true artist, face to face. It means like I would say face to face because it's live. You get to see how they paint and how they do, right? And then I will be adding deep sky blue and deep blue together. I'll give it a little bit of lighter than black right here, right? Yeah. Then the bottom, I'll be giving more details later on, but right now I don't need to do that. I just need to know where the boundaries are, right there, right? Yeah, that's it. Then dark black, I'm giving a shade this way. Can you see a little bit? Yeah. So shading goes here. And then this way. So then like that. All right, that is my guideline. Right there, reflects it this way. Light reflections. All right, yeah, that's it. Just like that. And then I got it down permanently. I know where the shadings are for the base from the light, right? Yeah, that's it. And then I'll make it a little white. Give it a little white and then burnt umber color. I'll mix it. I will make it like here. I think I might put too much black. Anyway, let me fix that. Okay, and then right here, yeah, just like that. Then I will be adding a little bit of green over the top so that it shows the light reflection from the light. And I don't know if you can see the bottom. I guess you cannot see, but I know. I'm not going to move the camera, but I know there where it is. So from now, I will not paint the bottom part. I'll do it on my own later on. But anyway, I will show you a little bit of green and dark blue right there, the bottom part. So this is how I feel today. Obviously, you can tell lots of blue, sky blue, right? And I'm glad John said that he likes the blue. Yeah, I'm glad. All right. So then dark and deep blue. black, deep blue. I'll give it a little more shading around the base because this is where shadow goes to, right? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's not bad. It's coming together, all right? All right, and that's how it works, step by step, little by little. You get to adjust the shadings where it should go, and then the light shades as well. Okay, lighting. All right, there you go. I can now. Sometimes I do use my fingers because it's smoothing them all evenly. Sometimes I use my finger with my gloves on though, right? Yeah. So you want to make it the best you can and give a best shot at. But right now I'm just going to use my brushes. And each stroke means something because you are imprinting your feelings, your thoughts, and whatever is going on with in your mind, you can meditate and in kind of prayers, just like I've been telling you in my other talk. It's like meditations or someone's prayer. It could be, that is why many artists, they kind of, live their life quietly, but also there's a lot of people who go in public. They teach how to paint. Is an art teacher as well. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be in specific ways. Oh no, many artists are supposed to be live like this. No, just like many different jobs, the same way. Different ways, they have a different lifestyle because that might not be their main job. Yeah, because many artists they don't, that's not their main jobs. They do for their hobbies. Okay, so anyway, and this is becoming better. All right, so now it doesn't, like if I was painting by myself, I would probably just go out and walk around and okay, no, but sometimes I stay here, just paint for 10 minutes and 30 minutes, then I go out and eat something and drink something, just like I brought my drink here, yeah, this is apple juice, yeah. So when you talk too much, you do need a drink, water, or some juice, whatever your favorite, whatever they are, your favorite drinks, you can drink water or juice. But anyway, this is getting pretty good. Now, you have any other questions? Do you want me to ask you some questions? Let me ask you. I did kind of, write this down because I don't want you to feel bored too much just staring at me. So do you think art heals people? So how many of you are you? Do you think art heals people? That is my questions. Do you think art can heal people? Heal, heal people. Yeah. Do you think so? What do you think? Yes? Oh, hello. Who is this? Let me see. Oh, no, that's you. Yeah? Bottom shows up on full screen. Oh, really? Okay, you can see the bottom too. That's great. All right, this is how far I've been doing it. It's like what I meant by it, the finger, you can just smear this each line. Sometimes it works better with your finger. But make sure you wipe off your fingers because it's very strong paints. You don't want to. It's like I usually wear my gloves, but for now I'm not going to use too many. I'm not going to use my finger too many times. But I'm just showing you how you can do that literally with your finger. Just smear them off. But has a different type of textures when you smear them off with your finger. So sometimes it's better not to touch the canvas with the paints, all right? But anyway, it works sometimes and sometimes not. So you go by your feeling, Huh? Somebody's here? Oh, why you say that? I see 3 people. Yeah, I see 3 people logged on. That's all right, honey. If it's just you and me, that's fine too. I'm just enjoying this live stream because I'm putting myself up to do something with my people here on YouTube and people who can be inspired or not. But I have my motive is pure. I just want to make sure I accomplish my own dreams, and that is my main thing. Is that sometimes I can get lazy, you know. So I am setting myself up to motivate myself as well. So it doesn't matter, but it will be nice if someone's want to learn and see how I do. That will be great too. So anyway, and that is basically how I did it for the bottom part. I gave a little more time for the bottom portion, but now I am going to do a little bit more of a part with a brighter green. Brighter greens. Like I told you, this is the toilet paper. This is the cotton toilet paper. I'm using it because it works best for me. There are a lot of people, they use paper towel, but I prefer toilet paper. So it works very good. See that? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, this way. Yeah, see? Very good. It works very good. So sometimes it's better, keep your brush dry. Then when you do use a wash this again. See that? I wash this again and wipe the brush off. And then make sure not too much paint on it. Sometimes it does, but make sure. But anyway, I am going there to the top part. I am going to add some light green to mix from the blue sky. All right. Anyway. Yeah. That's it. Okay, light green. I'm going to use light green and white and sky blue. So I'm giving a little more green and yellow. Green mixed to blue sky. That way when I put those flower petals, it stands out, right? Yeah. Okay, I think this will do. Yeah, do you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna put on the top. I'm gonna coat it on the top to give a little more sage look. So you will see. You will see. So then quickly just mix them all together. Like I told you, you're the creator, so you can do whatever color you want to put it on. But I'm giving a little bit of sky look with a little bit of reflections, the plant reflections with the sky. So it kind of emerged together, right? Yeah. Anyway, and that's the basically this is how it works. Now let me see why. Yeah, I do need to move that. What did I move? I think I might need to move that. Oh, I might need to move that thing because it. Hold on. Denting my canvas because I didn't move this thing up. Okay, there you go. I had this thing off from the top. It's blocking the canvas, and I didn't like that denting. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Okay, so let me see. Now, basically, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Overall, mixing them all together, right? Yes, I'm doing it a little fast because I want some progress. And that's what I was saying, like when you're doing alone, you can do all you want, like you can paint 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, that's all, and the next day you come back and you retouch and you paint continually. And you saw from the start, and that's how I did, and this is how you can mix two different colors together, not from the start, but like 10, 15 minutes later, you can add a little different colors to it. That way, it gives a depth, stronger textures. That's how it does with oil paints. Can you tell the difference? I can. Now, I have known many great artists throughout my life. I mean, they're really good. There are some watercolor artists, acrylic artists. But I met one artist where I used to live in Korea. And then she usually runs the beauty salon. And then she has her art studio was upstairs. And then she took me over there and then showed me her work. It was amazing. Oh, yeah. And then she inspired me in many ways, too. And one artist that is one of my friends, she does work at the gallery, I think. And she does sell her own paintings from where that she works, too. So she's a great friend of mine. She lives in Seoul, South Korea, yeah. I enjoy watching their paintings online too. I think they have many art exhibitions as well from their own places. Now I live in the States right now, so I don't get to see them. And maybe I will invite her later on. We'll see. Anyway, can you see the transitions from this sky blue colors from, and then kind of give that little greenish way. Then anyway, so this will give a nice look later on. I'm gonna give a little more greenish mixed with the white, a little bit on the top right, yeah. Give a little more nice transitions, softer transitions. Yeah, so how many of you watched any artists? Have you ever met anyone? Did you ever meet any artist in your life? John? You're the only one I can talk to. No one's typing. But anyway, have you ever met any living artist in your life? Yeah? Like to look at them, maybe hear emotions or mentally. Oh. Okay, what did you write? Relaxing to look at art, maybe heal emotions, and let me look at it. Okay, emotionally or mentally, but I do not see how there could be any physical healing. Oh, physical healing. Right, well, you got it right, but it means emotions there. So healing means like any difficult to understand if you have any issue about someone in a relationship, but it's like when you go home and eat some food, you get the instant gratifications, like you forget all about your problem and you just starting to enjoy the moment, right? And that's a part of a physical healing too. So it's like that with the artwork. By you might have some love, maybe your lover from the past, it might hurt your feeling, so, but yes, oh, it was a question. Yes, art can heal. Yes, dear, the art can heal. Yes, you know why? Because the colors, or because there's some when you look at an art, in a beautiful artwork, it gives you feeling, it gives you emotions, like it brings back your old memories, or your when I look at that paintings, I remember that moment when I went to a gallery and then with someone, and then at those moments brings back to a good moment. When that good vibes comes back to you, it kind of heals you, from inside out. So that then that's how it works, right? Yeah, we can all relate to that. And people, it's like a universal language. You don't have to. The painting doesn't have to speak, but from the painting itself, it speaks itself. But it's people who receives the view and an image. Are you laughing at me? Are you okay? But anyway, I kind of know from my own experience, yes, it can heal. The art can heal. It doesn't have to be deep philosophy, but people who put lots of time into paintings and thoughts and care, and that is all worth it, It is very worth of something. So I don't consider any paintings are, rubbish or anything. I value each painting to be special, because people who put in time to do it and give a great thought to what they do, just like your hourly work. You go to work and you give your time to work, and they pay for it, and that's how he gets rewarded, right? Yeah. Some rewards can be quiet as paintings. Who's Clay? Just you? Oh. Oh, okay. So you can relate to it. Yeah, some living artists. I'm glad you feel that way, John. Thank you for mentioning it. You're such a great supporter. Thank you. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of purple and a pink and a white to the upper part. Give a little bit of warmth like this. I'm just going to do this. Yeah? Yeah. I am just going to give a little tiny bit of this warmth to overall. I'm going to spread them all. But anyway, you get to see why she's doing it, why I'm doing it. I want to make sure. Give a little more ambiance. Yeah? All right. All right. Now, if someone wants to enjoy painting with me, you can, just do like what I do. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just follow me and see where it takes, right? Yeah. Because in a video, you can't really tell every details from a video. I want you to know it's, because all, even the camera itself, you can't really tell the true faces of someone, because I can't. I don't like my camera. Look, I prefer my real face. But this is where we are at with these technologies. You just can't be better than what it is. The realistic, our real true face is much better than from the camera image. We have not been advanced yet, where you can capture the real face. But anyway, I appreciate though, really the current technology is amazing. Oh my gosh. From compared to what we used to have, right? Yeah, I really appreciate that. But anyway, this is what I do. I'm coming a little bit better with the I'm going to work on this now. So, but I am polishing a little bit more before I put the flower petal. I'm just gonna give a little bit more of this on the top part of my canvas so that it looks natural. I want to make sure that I give a little bit of purplish, pink and purples mixed together with white, and then that's what I did. The third coating on the top of my basic coating, and that's what I did. And stroke with a brush stroke, you kind of even them all together. So as you can see, I'm using can you see? I'm using my brush, toilet paper. This is a very thick toilet paper. As you use it, I use it very well. But anyway, so do like this, right? Then let's spread them a little more. Each stroke means something, right? With your care. So that when your actual flowers lands there, you can create it, beautiful flowers on top. Okay. I think I like it so far. You can tell how big of brushes I'm using, right? Yeah. This canvas size is 32 by 24. If you are curious about it. Yeah, it's not that small. All right. Okay. Maybe a little more. I'm going into decorating flowers. Don't worry. You guys patiently waiting. So when she's gonna start? So I am going to start in about 10 minutes. I'm giving you 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So white and blue, a little bit of green. I'm putting it right here. Just a little bit mixed. I'm gonna put a little more green and yellow mixed to sky blue and white, so it kind of blends it. And yeah, deep blue, sky blue a little bit. So I'm gonna give it a little more dark, but not too dark. But I'm gonna mix between this. This is where all the flowers going to placed, right? But watch and see. I am going to use a light green color on top after I color this basic inside. Yeah, give a little depth to it. But anyway, and this is how I paint. And you have any questions there? If you have any question, please don't feel free to ask. All right, because I think it's important to ask questions because I do not want to just talk myself, right? Right. But anyway, it's always been blue, yellow, sky blue, yellow, and white. I'm mixing together and deep blue, so then I can kind of go with here. I'm gonna put a little more deep blue, give a little more shades because it's underneath, right? So you see how I use the same brush right now. I'm using the same brush, strokes it them all around. And then you go around and deepens on my shades a little more, but you know what? I'm speeding it up, just like this. This is a shading area, so I want you to see a little bit. As you feel like you want to do a little more, fasten it up, speed it up, you can do it. But anyway, this is not what I want to do. I want to make sure I have give it enough and perfect shades. Now, put a little more black and deep blue right here underneath. So this is where the most shadings, the darker shades. Okay, so then you can definitely see the contrast. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more black right around that corner right here, right here, as you can see. Yeah, and then on the other side as well. So this is the area I'm going to darken the area right here. The most is dark right here, right? Yeah. There you go. There you go. This piece of cake. I used to watch Bob Ross's paintings. He's always piece of cake. That's what he says all the time when he paints. But anyway, and this is how it works. It's the same way. As you can see, no biggie, right? No biggie. I want you to know. Can you see it all right? Yeah. That's all right. There you go. So the baseline, I'm giving this little bit of sharp cut right here. There you go. Then you have this line as well. All right. Yeah. There you go. There, beautiful. Okay. There. Now, definitely you can see where the base is, right? Okay, that's it. That's the only black. Then as I placed my flowers petal, I can do shading later on, but I don't want to put too much black on these paintings. And that's basically what I'm gonna do for now. Now I'm gonna move on to sky blue a little bit and white with a green, yellow, right? I'm gonna give a little more textures here on the upper part. Make sure that it runs. I'm gonna blend together with that ambiance, purple, yeah? I'm gonna mix them together, coexist together. Yeah, just like that. So then I will be blending just like this. The brush stroke goes this way, so that it can blend it very well. But you know, sometimes you don't know what to do. You just go with it. And the hardest lesson you can learn is just go through it and see how it works, right? Yeah. But you watch how someone else do it, so you don't have to go through those hard lessons, right? So you watch it, how I do it. So that's how we learn from school, don't we? We learn from a professional teachers, professors and teachers and instructors and, you know, people who already know how to do it. You go there and learn, so you don't have to, you know, make many mistakes or go through the hard time. And that is why we pay great amount of money, don't we? Yep. And that is good. All right, so I'm going to add a little more greenish ambience right there. Mix it. So then it looks like you have good connections between the sky and the flowers. There you go. Now I don't want to make it look more like a heavy around the flowers, but give a little more delightful look. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I want. This purple pink lining shades right there still shows up, right? Yeah, I like that. And then I want this to be lighter than this side, tiny bit lighter. Then somehow it connects to it. Don't want to really look like two separate. Give a little more purple. I want to give a little more purple look with the white. Oh, I put too much. Okay, white and pink and purple. Right? Yes. Okay, so then I'll give it a little bit of more this. Can you say? Give a lighter feeling. It goes well with the blue and then purple. So that is why I picked that painting, because it gives me a very uplifting feeling somehow. It does. Yeah. 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 That's it. That's what I want. Just like that. So, let me ask you one more question. How are you? How are you holding up? Let me ask you one more question. So, what dream did you stop doing that you want to start again? Did you ever have that experience? Did you have a dreams that you want to become or do something in your future, then you stop doing it for a while? Oh, sure. Dang, I wish I keep doing this. Did you ever have that kind of moment? Or are you still living your dreams? Huh? No? Yeah, you can tell me. So I asked you questions if you have that experience in the past. Yeah, it's like a painting. I've been wanting to paint one of those paintings that I did. I stopped painting for a while because I'm painting that I gave up that paintings because I really wasn't happy with it. But I know I will go back to it later on when I feel better. And yeah, I did have that experience. Yeah. Yeah, I'm answering my own questions. But anyway. Yeah. So, a little bit more of purple and pink and white. And I'm going to give it a little more right here because this is the top part. I want to make it feel lighter. Yeah? And then when I put flowers there, feel like it balanced. So this is different than one I already paint over there. This is more like night view, the light comes in. This one more from the light already exists and then a little bit of dark shades comes in and boom, bang. I want that look. It's like, whoo, refreshing. Yeah, and that's what I am aiming for. So that's why you see me doing this right now. From my upper part of this painting, I want that little bit there. And then I will mix with the purple and deep blue a little bit, give a darker shades right here. Because I want to be, safe, 안전하게, safe. I want that base to be sitting there with a little bit of weight, looking. I don't want to be like flying away. I want to make sure I give it a little more weight to it, right? Yeah. Now, so I've darkened up tiny bit, just tiny bit right here, so that it connects from the bottom to the middle, right there. So I'll be mixing with the purple and deep blue, tiny bit. Just don't use it thinner yet, because once you put the flower petal, it doesn't run, you can still put the flowers even though the painting is wet. Yeah, this painting is wet, you can still put your flower petals there. So if you don't mix too much thinner, onto the canvas, you can still do that. All right. All right. For me to show you, that's what I'm doing. But if you use your thinner, I'm talking about this thinner. If you use your thinner, medium thinner, you save a lot of paint. But I like this rich texture looking. So less you use thinner, it looks richer. Okay, that's the one thing that I want you to know. So then you can also paint within 2-3 days. You don't have to wait too long. Okay, then I'll add white and on top. So this is how I do it. It's like white and mix with what's already there. And yeah, so that doesn't look like too much. And then I'll add a little bit of blue. Now I'm gonna blend the whole thing together, but I'm just gonna make sure I have placed enough colors there for me to put the flower petals. Yeah, just like that. This doesn't look, I don't want to look too heavy. Now I'm going to add a little more green, so I'm to blend it all together. Green and white, light green. See, I still have purple, but I'm going to blend them all together. And that's the beauty of it, is that you don't know how it's gonna come out, but you know what you're doing. And that's the fun, right? You are in control with each stroke. So you follow your feeling, then you'll be just fine. Okay, so I don't want it to be too heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna mix with green and white, which I already mixed it into for me to paint. It's a yellow and sky blue and green. It's all together. So I'm mixing it, right? I'm gonna mix it right there. I don't want it to be too heavy, right there. All right. So then I'll mix them, right? Yeah. If you think it's too much, don't worry. You can wipe them off. Let me show you. You use this toilet paper. Just wipe them off. It's too heavy, then wipe them. But don't press on too much, because this one thing is the bad side of the toilet paper is that when you smudge it, little particle, the paper comes off. So I don't like that. So that is why paper towel sometimes works better, but I'm only used for this brush. So then this is always better. So yeah, you don't want that all particles to be on the canvas. And wipe that off. I'm just showing you how you can do. You can design with a toilet papers just like this, crumble it together like this, and you can design with the oil paintings too. That's a beautiful painting you can become later on. But such a little techniques and skills that you can learn from many different artists. And if you don't know about that, so I'm just showing you little things right now. So, all right, so don't do that. Don't smear that out with the toilet paper. All right. It's not a good idea. Anyway, now I have particles, a little bit of paper. I don't like that. But anyway, so let me use the brush. I'm going to wash this off. It's a little bit too dark. So I'm doing this way. Use my thinner and toilet paper. So then squeeze it, and let's see. Yeah, just like that. That's it. It works. Good. Now I want that. You see how I do it. Make sure it's not canvas. The paints are not dry, so you gotta be careful. And like that. Right? Yeah. All right. Next, mix it all together. Because any big chunk of paint can change the whole paintings. So make sure, you don't put that big amount of paint on your canvas. All right. So how does it look? It's coming okay? All right, like that. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you go by your feeling there. So as you go by your feeling, there's no mistakes, but happy moment. Yeah, yes. I told you many times. Yeah, experience the best lesson. Then you can go by. Because no one can walk your path, right? And live your life. Okay. So then I will not use it no more, this, but I will mix it a little bit more here. How is it so far? You can't tell right now. Okay. I'm going to mix it a little more around here. And my blooming coming from here, the flower blooms comes this far. I am going to make it this like this. You know, like that comes out this far. I want to make sure I do that way. All right? Yeah. That way. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Just like that. It looks beautiful already. But anyway, that's my plan for it later on. That's how I'm going to use. That's cool. It's a cool feeling. But anyway, I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to mix this paintings between this before I do my flowers. Okay? So be patient a little bit. All right. So are you enjoying it so far, dear? You doing all right? You have any questions? Let me know. Okay. This is very, very unique. If you don't know, it's a unique experience when you try it for the first time. Oh my gosh, I would have never thought become an artist, because when I was young, I just went to school functions, school activity as a student. And then they picked me. It's like, yeah, you're good. So, no, I'm not. So, yes, you are. And I looked at my paintings with the crayons like, oh, no. How would they think it's good? But obviously they thought. So then I start painting. So some people, sometimes you don't realize you do have your talents and gift until someone, mentioned that to you. So, yeah, that's why it's good to try it out, new hobbies. Yeah. And then this is something that it's been my permanent hobby. It became my permanent hobby because I've been painting on and off all my life. And it was very good for me because I can paint anytime. Right? Yeah. And I'm fortunate enough to do that. And I'm thankful for all the good opportunities that I had to go through. And be able to still sustain myself. So yeah, I am very grateful. And let's see. All right, let's give a little more dark right here, because this will be like shading area too. But I don't want to make it too dark, but dark enough. Okay, because there will be flowers go there too. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. You can see more now. Oh, this painting coming together. Wouldn't you say so? Well, I don't know. You can't tell well. From here, I can see it. It's beautiful. But from the shadow, you can barely see a whole thing, but it's all right. You know what? You're here to learn few techniques, I'm sure, and to support. So thank you. But anyway, and then by watching someone paint, it might trigger you to inspire you with different things. So you never know. So when you help someone, it helps you, the nature helps you back on what you really want. And that's how it works. We are all connected, so nothing's free, you know. But in a way, when you do it with a good intention, the nature, God pays you back for what you truly desire for. Yep. Now, I think that's what I will leave it just like that. Yeah, I love talking. I do. I love to analyze. I love to figure things out. Yeah. I'm interested in philosophy, art, psychology, about real things, real life. Yeah, that I can really apply in my life. Things like that, yeah. Yeah. What about you? Tell me. Talk to me. Hello. Okay. Looking. I can't read. Looking fantastic. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Oh, I'm glad you think so. So I'm about ready. So all left to do is a base and then table and then a little bit more of here. I'm going to shade a little bit more white and green because when I put the flower petals, you know, I can't go back again, but sometimes I do, but it's better to leave it alone as it is. But I am going to retouch a tiny bit right here. Just give a little more smooth look. Yeah, that's it, because I saw the brush stroke tiny bit from the hair. Then it looks better. There you go. I like it. That's it. I think it's ready. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how far I did. I don't know if you can see it. No, this is how it looks. So then I am going to, I still need to put a table and then the base. Okay, that's how far I did. All right, let's see. Then, John, how far am I on? Already? Okay, maybe 30 more minutes, I'll be doing it. All right? Because I don't want you guys to be, stay here too long because you guys got to go to sleep, you got to do things, right? 30 more minutes. All right? Let me know when it's 30 minutes past. John? Let me know when it's 30 minutes past. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do this, shape the base a little bit with a dark deep blue, right? Yeah, that looks good. So this is the back of the base. So then dark, deep blue, kind of a little bit of, give a little more deep blue looking, not so much, then just like that. Then I'm gonna shade with a lighter green and deep blue. Let's give it a little more shading look. Green, so it's yellow and blue, right? Yeah. So I will put a little bit right there. That's it. Then I'll mix them. Just like that. Yeah. Oh, that's look fresh. All right. That's it. I don't want too much green I got on it. But anyway, and I will put a little bit more deep dark and blue. Give it look more like it's around that bottom part. It looks like down the bottom. Give a contrast looking, just tiny bit, right? All right, can you hear me all right? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's sitting on the table. So I don't want to be too dark, right? Yeah, just give it enough light to back up the base. Then I'll be adding a little bit of purple and white. Give it a little ambiance. All right. There you go. Now a little more purple and pink and white and deep blue. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just give a tiny bit of this space look. There you go. There you go. Yes. All right. No. Just little by little, step by step, it becomes the masterpiece. It will. Every stroke means something, you know. And how? What is the purpose of painting? If you have a big dreams, your prayers, you insert it into your painting. Yeah. So it spreads forth and is sending out to the universe your little small wishes and dreams. So it's more like prayer and meditations. When you're doing something, when you work on something, it's important for you, and that's how it works, right? Mm-hmm. And I certainly enjoy my personal time as well. So anyway, so time is precious, and when you give our thoughts to it, intention is pure. Universe rewards you back. Yeah. Yep. All right. Anyway, so that's for here, the base bottom right there, right? So I know where to put the highlights, just like that. Okay, and then this is the base right here, the top, right? And then I will probably put little, you know, like this, the opening design, the top part of the base. I'll do that later. But anyway, that's where it's gonna stay, is right there. Yep, yeah, I'll be using the smaller brush though. But now, that's good enough. I'll give it a little more black right here. Just the top right here. Okay, yeah. You can always add your colors, your paints later on, but just for now, that's it. That's more like sitting there now. It's settled. That's your place. It's saying is this is my place. So, yep, this is your place. This is saying it. Yeah, very unique. But anyway, that's the part of the end. There you go. Now let's work on it or flower petal, right? Oh no, let me do the base quick. Because we already have the base coating right here. I just have to, and just like that. Anyway, So now let's go. Let's go on to flower base. What I do lighter color first. Yeah. I will be doing lighter color. I'll be stroking this way, right? Yeah. Oh, in this case, you use your thinner, right? Yeah. Right there. Right there. Okay. Have any questions? And this is how I am going to paint. Basically, that's how I'm designing it. So you're the creator when you're painting on your canvas, all right? And that's how I am going to design. Right this way, this way. Can you see it? It's very hard to see from there. Okay, right here. See, this is how it works. Right? Yeah, can you see it? Good. And this is how I should paint. Showing you this way. Instead of sideways. Oh, well, just for now. I'll show you later. But anyway, this is how it works. Let me see now from here. I'll add purple and deep blue and pink. Little bit mixture of it. And I'm going to add a little bit right here, right? Yeah. The reflections from the flower, I'm giving it a little bit. Then I'm giving this size as well. Then here's edge right here from here. Yeah, yeah. Can you see it? There you go. That's it. Just like that. Yeah. Maybe one more time right here. Then here. Yeah. Then here. That's how it goes. You want to see it? Yeah. Now I will mix that with the main colors. Now I put that down there first because I want that to be permanent. So whatever you want the permanent color to be there, you paint first. All right? Yeah. Then you can paint over top and give a highlights and shades. Okay. Now I'm ready to give a little darker shades. From here, you go from the bottom, okay? This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Now I'm gonna thin it up and add some more paints. Now I'm gonna try one more time. One. This way. Can you see it? Yeah, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna add black and deep blue. I'm gonna give a little more depth to the edge. Right there. And right there. There you go. Then right here. There. Right here. I'm shading all this before I can mix it, right? Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Now, are you having fun? Anyone? Are you doing all right? Okay. You have any questions, let me know. Okay. I'm reading my chat, yeah, so don't worry, I can still read you. Huh? I can read you. All right, so I'm about ready to mix this base colors. Okay? I'm gonna blend it. All right. So you got your toilet paper, your trash can all ready before you paint, because that's what I did for preparations. Now I'm cleaning up my brush so I can blend them all together. Then I'll be mixing them. Just watch and see. Okay. All right. This is how I rinse my brush. Like that, with the thinner, so that it keeps clean. Okay. All right, I'm ready to mix, but I am going to use a little bit of thinner, and this is what I do. This is thinner, and this is, yeah. All right. All right, it becomes, and mixing them all together there. Can you tell? Now I'll be adding a little more. It looks natural, right? So I'll be mixing a little more on this side. Yeah, don't worry, it'll look better later on. Can you see? It's blending, right? Yeah. All right. Ooh, looks good. All right. That's one way to design your vase. And this is what I'm showing you. This is how you can do it like me. Yeah. Just like that. Mixing your colors with the thinner. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll wash my brush off. I'm gonna make it a little bit definite, because the thinner wipe off your paints. But anyway, I'm ready to do it right now. Okay. I'll make it pretty later on, but this is basically how you make your own base. Mix 3 different colors, put it coated, and then you blend with your thinner. And that's what I am doing. Right? Yeah. So your basic color is still there. It doesn't go away, because you want that base color to be there for the fundamental colors for the base. Right? That's how I do it. Anyway, and then when you're ready, give a details with a much more paint, and you can go into details. And that's basic outline for my base, and that's how I do it. Then I come back later, I paint anyway, and then I'm going to give a little bit of this the bottom base. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Yeah. Of course, I'll give it details later, but for now, that's how it should look. I'll give it a little more black towards the end, and like that. No man. Let me give a little more shading. There you go. There you go. And towards here. and that. Okay. And that's enough for now. Okay. It's natural transition. That's what I want. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's about done for now. And I will shade later with a better with the other paints. But for now, I'm enough because I can use my hand just like that. It's still good. It's good. Yeah, I don't want to smudge it too much because by tomorrow I'll be fully ready to do the second coating. This is my basic coating. I use my fingers sometimes to make sure they are not too much, just like that. Yeah, yeah. Just make sure you clean up your hands. Anyway, that's done. I'll change my toilet paper. Just for sure, that to be sure, I will give a little more texture towards the top base. Okay, so I'll give it yellow and blue. Give it a little more lighter green colors, textures. Okay, I am going to use a little more on the surface. Give it brighter look. Right? Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. And this is the second coating, by the way. And it'll get better and better and when you do it. But anyway, this is how I do it. So don't worry too much about details right now. You want to feel overall pictures later on. So don't worry too much right now. Yeah. Oh, anyway, and let's mix it. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a little bit of black shade over there on the side. Yeah, there you go. Then this side. All right. And that's it. And let's move on to flower petal now. All right, I'm gonna leave it as it is. All right, we do all the highlights, all the different details on the base. But for now, this is how it goes. How it's gonna stand there, right? I'm just gonna make sure I do this a little bit more. There you go, that's it. Yes. All right. All right, I'm giving a little more definite line around the base. I think it's needed. All right. So then I will do the details tomorrow. Anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna work on the base now. Okay. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So you can tell better once the flower's there. So don't worry too much about it. What time is it? I have 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how this flower petals goes there. Few in 10 minutes. So, okay, let's see. Now, the main colors from that painting is lavender, purple, pink, yellow. Okay, so how did I do that? I used this palette knife. Okay, but I am going to use and also use my fingers too. But still mainly I use this one to decorate. So I am going to show you few, only not everything. I'm not going to fill the whole thing. I'm just going to show you how I did it, okay? So then you know, right? So then I start with the darker color first. Then the top, I put the brighter flowers color first. So darker with the, hold on, let me show you as I paint. The purple, right? Yeah. Let me see. I did it. Okay. All right, mix them all together. Darker shades with the purple. There are three different lavender colors you can make, right? Yeah. But anyway, I'm mixing those colors, three together, and darker and lighter. Anyway, I should have mixed them all together before. But anyway, I like to do this as I paint. Anyway, there are three different colors that I mixed together. Okay. I'm going to do it right now. All right. So, like this. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing it now. Okay. So you follow your feeling from it, like from no flowers there. Follow your feelings. Where are you gonna go first? I'm going to go from the bottom and then this way. Okay. I'm going from the right to the left. So flower petal size should be bigger than your thumbs. Okay, because actual petals. Okay, let me show you. So I'm going to like this, like that, like that. Can you see from the painting? Oh no, you can't see. Okay, so it's gonna lay out. I'm laying out the flowers, how it's gonna go with a darker purple, right? Like that. Then you do this. Then the flowers from to the right to the left, right? This way, right? So then I'm basically laying out the branches, the leaves like this, like that. Then spring forth, like on through here, like that. Hold on. All right. You can start doing this way too, but I want to make sure, like that, right there, right? Yeah. Then goes right here, right there. You can fix it later, but this is how I want the feeling. This way, and goes here a little bit, right there, then right here a little bit, right? Yeah, like that. Then it goes here to reaching the sky. Okay. I like that. All right. Then going from here, right there, going this way. I'm gonna mix it with the white a little bit. It's too dark. I don't want too dark. But anyway, just like that with a paddle knife. You can design the way you want, just lightly, because this is delicate paintings. You don't want to make it too much mess, right? Yeah. And like that. Give it just a little bit of shade, that's all. And then you'll put the brighter color on top. That way your flower stands out. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Not all together, right? Just like that, a little bit, then a little bit, like that. All right, that's all I want for this size. Later on, you go into with your finger, you smear this up a little bit. But now, don't do it. I just did it. Okay, just it's beautiful. It mixes with it blends with the different, colors. It looks beautiful, more natural. So not now. Don't do that right now. You just use this. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to decorate down here. So I want to give a little more hanging flowers branch right there, right here with this color. Yeah. Just like that. It looks natural. That's good. That's beautiful. And perhaps I might do one more hanging from this side. Yeah. As you can see, I've done this many times. So, and yeah, practice makes perfect, or better. Not perfect, but better, of course, with your itchy experience. There you go. And then I'll add yellow and pink branches and flowers later on. But anyway, this is something that you can do at home. It's so easy. And enjoy your creation. Just like that. So you design your wherever the way you want. And that's the beauty of a creation. So you get to design your own artwork. So how are you? How are you doing, everyone? But anyway, this is how I do it. Now, if you have any question, let me know. Yeah, just like that. Now, that's the basic with the lavender purple colors. Now I'm going to use different things, of course. Now, let me give a little bit of color to it right here. That's it. And here, the beauty of it is that you can adjust however you want to, because you already have colors on your palette knife, right? So then you can use the rest, just doing a little bit right there. All right, that's it. I'm going to finish this one. But anyway, and you can do the same with brighter colors. I mean, you can mix with the white and the purple, right? And then you can give her a little bit. Anyway, this comes later because I do not want to give a. How about tomorrow? If I do tomorrow, right? Yeah. Then I will finish this painting tomorrow. I think I can do that. Not too much pressures, right? Because I already have this basic background colors all painted, and then base. I'm gonna highlight tomorrow. I'm gonna highlight all this and make it into details, right? And I might finish all the flowers because that's all is left to do. So now this is all it is. I want you to see, because I don't want you to stay here too long, and I don't want to, I know many of you need to go to sleep, but thank you so much. I want you to know I appreciate your being here. I hope we do kind of take a chance to learn things when you are adventurous. So if you have that kind of spirit, you are adventurous spirit, like you want to learn and you want to discover new things and new skills and see from other people, and that is how I have learned a lot. So I know this can help you as well if you're into artwork. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good night and great day. I'll see you again. All right? Yeah, I'll finish it tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.